Oh, hello. Happy season premiere. Real quick, I'm going to recap last season. So, if you recall, the crew faced off against their toughest adversary yet, the librarian, and emerged victorious, although that triumph was short lived, as their crewmate Terralor sliced the word tree in half and yeeted it into a fiery rift. Despite their attempts to stop her, those actions ended up causing thousands of realities to collide. To protect the Silver Thimble, Vatna and Soki casted a powerful shield spell, but it resulted in the loss of many supplies and their sources of food. So today, with the shield now coming down for the first time, Krieg, Katori, Tobias, and Royce have been sent out to find food at Krieg's nearby hotel to seek a recipe, hopefully to gather supplies for the city. And with that, let's begin.
Huzzah! Hello, everybody. This is the first season, first game of the season. It's called Sleep is for the Weak, and it's called that because everybody's gonna be tired as hell. I'm gonna introduce everybody, then talk about the cards for a second. So we have Royce, who's played by Kole.
Oh, hello, everyone.
We have Tobias, who is played by Kai.
Yes, hello, that's me.
We have Krieg, who is played by Toast.
Hello there, everybody.
And we got Katori, who is played by Kiera.
Everyone?
So before we get started, a couple things. There's going to be some interaction events going on in the chat. People playing the game, you guys don't have to worry about those, but those are just for the chat situation. And the second thing I want to mention is about the card use. Like, by all means, use the cards that you have. Like, whatever you want to do, just do it. But remember, we're trying to tell a fun story here, and like making everything a success isn't exactly the best way to have like a very fun story. So just enjoy it, let it happen. Like, obviously make some things that are like terrible as failures. If you want to make those a success, absolutely. But remember that sometimes it's more fun to see a 1 than it is to see a 20. That's all I'm mentioning. But as long as we're all okay with that, we're gonna get started. So real quick, Nika's gonna have to move where the camera's located, and from here you won't have to move where the map thing is. They're all in the same spot from here on out. I really should just start putting. So we are gonna start at the Silver Thimble. And like, this is the way that it looks now. Like, the shield has come down. The waters look completely different than they did before. You guys had, like, this is it. The shield comes down, you can look out, and the coastlines in the distance look completely different. Like, the water is a different color as it rushes in to replace the water that was already there. The air feels different. It's slightly colder. Less tropical than it was before. You can see on the map there is, like, this is Vatna's tree, this large one here. And this is actually the telescoping radio tower that is Akana's tree and the library. So underneath it somewhere is Katori's house. And so we have decided as soon as the shield goes down, this crew is going to hop on, not on the submarine, not on the airship. You're hopping on one of the ferry boats that would ferry people back and forth from the secret recipe before to the Silver Thimble, so that you guys can carry as many supplies as possible. Like, this crew is just gonna, like, head off. And, like, everybody's just gonna, like, mount up and... as you guys are just going down this river, we got Squishy there for, like, the first time I actually remembered to put him on screen immediately.
Hey.
So, as you're going, obviously Krieg is dressed up for the occasion. Look at him. Look at that smug little lizard. You can't see it in this art, but he has rings on his toes. He's yeah, good.
It's fantastic.
So, Krieg, what kind of supplies should the secret recipe have? Like, because everybody's hungry at the Silver Thimble because the greenhouse was completely destroyed.
Well, it's probably got a lot of foodstuffs. Some, non-perishables, some perishables because we had to make food for the restaurant, but we also had to have stuff we can use for the various customers and people who stayed in the hotel. So a little bit of both.
You see, like, Squishy, like, pulling out his little journal and, like, making note and, like, nodding along as Krieg is, like, listing off the supplies that should be there.
Plus a bunch of boxes
okay.
that we don't need to talk about.
You just see him, like, scratching off. He started writing just some boxes, and then when you said don't need to talk about, you see his hands go, and it's like tentacles, scritch, 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 scritch. Just nodding along and fixing his glasses. So, as you guys are going down through this water, Katori, could you roll me... Katori and Royce, could you guys both roll me a 20-sider?
Absolutely.
Nice!
Oh yes, off to a fantastic start.
As always.
Just beautiful.
Doing great.
So, like, you two are just, like, looking at the water. So here is the failure for Katori. You're about to fall in this water.
Oh, come on.
It's just like,
All
the ship is moving way faster than it should be, and you realize the water is, like... It's an ocean, like... Or it's been an ocean, so, like, you guys are used to just mostly still, like, in waves. This water is flowing. And it's flowing the direction that you're going, and you're starting to hit, like, choppy rapids. So here's your tough choice, Royce. You can catch Katori. But, you're gonna lose your communicator to do it. Or Katori's just gonna go in the water and we're gonna have to fish her out of the water.
Well, simply can't be having Katori falling into the river. So I'm gonna catch her. I don't need a communicator.
Alright, then you just see it just, like, blinking down the way. You guys is, like, little, like, crystalline communicators that Akana has provided for everybody. It's how you guys stay in touch with each other. It's just like it falls into the water and just sinks.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Thank you for saving me. Apparently, I don't have sea legs. Or hooves.
It's been a while since you've been on a ship, huh?
Forever.
That does check out.
Yeah, it's been forever.
Too many sweets, not enough adventure.
I was waiting for him to say meats. Yes, not enough adventure. I need to change that.
Well, looks like we'll have a lot just by looking at the horizon. We'll have tons in store.
And a little short to communicator now.
Yeah, real quick, so I imagine Krieg and Tobias, like, you two both probably have your communicators on you?
Yeah, here, you can borrow mine.
Squishy raises his hand and pulls his communicator off and just hands it to Royce. Like, raises one of his tentacles. He's like, he just kind of, like, signs to you in a way that you understand completely that he can't speak through it anyway.
I suppose that makes sense. I'll take the communicator from Squishy.
Well, let's see where this leads us. Hopefully, no more mishaps on the way.
I do
Alright.
hope your restaurant is still there.
Yeah,
I-
you. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I believe in the construction, so the building will be fine. Whether what's inside is a different story. 'Cause
I didn't realize our buildings were rated for interdimensional cataclysms.
well, ever since that giant kind of snapped his finger, ghost happening in the basement, I may have upgraded some of the building structure, so things like that don't happen again on accident.
Hmm.
Squishy is just nodding along, just like also making notes. Mm-hmm.
I'll take your word for it.
So, Tobias and Krieg, can you guys both give me 20-siders as well?
Oh, let's hope it's as good as the last one.
So a 9 and a 12. Alright. So, I can give you guys both pretty useful information for you, but Tobias, to get the information, you have to tell me what you left behind. What was forgotten in the haste of getting on this ship?
His bag, which includes most of his ability items.
Okay, alright, like you're... Because, oh yeah,
So-
Tobias is a spy,
He would
but
not
like
have
class
on
one.
him his death hand cannon, the dossier, or the shadow cloak, because he forgot his bag.
Excellent, okay.
First card.
Recruit an NPC. That's... Except you don't even know it. That's very good.
I promise not to fail like the last time I played that card.
So, you all realize that, like, looking at your compass, at the fairy's compass and stuff, and we're like, you guys are heading south, and you see ahead of you is the island that you remember where the Silken Towers were, where the secret recipe was built. But the city wasn't it wasn't directly below you before. Like, it was more to the west, as you recall it, but there's the island. And the closer you get, like, the hazier it begins to get.
Well, that's not where I remember leaving the hotel restaurant. Anybody else see through that haze?
Warlord, we already have a bounty up, sorry.
I can't see a thing through that.
So, like, then we're
Or do
just gonna land on the beach real quick. Oh, sorry. Where you
No.
should... Oh, God. Where you should have had a dock, based on, like, the layout of the island, what you see ahead of you is just this beach. Oops, sorry,
okay.
everybody. Didn't mean to type with it unmuted.
Oh, you're fine.
Hmm.
I do love the beach.
Well, new worlds require new... God, I don't know. I'm gonna climb on top of Squishy and then be like, well, let's head off, hopefully.
Remember, we're here for supplies and food for first and foremost. No business expenditures here.
Okay, so
Supplies and business. Got it.
Squishy, like, just hops off and begins levitating as normal. Ooh, let me grab the tokens. Everybody can move your own tokens, please, right? Please tell me you can, because I would like to not fuck that one up again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
I can move mine.
Alright, so, Toast, as Krieg hops off with Squishy, and, like, the closer you get, the more weird it begins to feel to be on top of Squishy. And then everybody...
That uncomfortable feeling.
Yeah, it's certainly uncomfortable, like, almost like something's, like, poking at your butt in a weird way. So
Kinda
let's...
look down and feel like
You look
you're
down?
doing okay, and then
Boop.
Oh.
Ow.
Squishy's like, would you get off me, sir? And he, like, you get pushed to the side, and, like, he's just, like, brushes himself off, he's like, ugh!
What?
The fuck?
Whoa.
Hey, I forgot to ask, Katori, did you have your communicator on you?
Oop. No, I don't.
Oh, well, that's weird and wild too, isn't it?
Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Did she grow or just?
Katori is huge now.
Well, you've gotten bigger. Well,
Oh,
everyone's
no,
bigger
in
than
a
I am.
bad way? Like in a bad way?
No.
Like
No. It's you know how there are giant things and then there are colossal things.
are you calling me colossal? Oh my god,
Yeah.
what happened? Oh my god, what?
Can I hand my communicator over to her to see if that helps?
As you begin to hand your communicator over to Katori, like, you realize the further, like, you reach it out away from yourself, the more, like, in that action, roll me a 20-sided for just trying to do it.
Huh. Neat.
60. Alright, so the success means that you dodged it, but you pull your hand back fast enough.
Oh shit!
You, it was draining your AP. You didn't lose anything, but if you would have failed that, you would have, like, gone down to, like, no AP very quickly.
Well, seems that I have to hold on to this. So,
Yeah.
anybody else have any ideas?
Do you feel fine?
You see Squishy looking back and forth at all of you. He's just like, excuse me. Who are you?
Well, that's Royce, as I point over to Royce. That's Tobias, and then
Hello.
the one who is bigger is Katori.
I think.
You look the same, just bigger.
Mm,
It's not a bad thing. Everything's
How tall is she now?
How tall is, like, are you close to 8 foot tall? Is like,
let's make her like a 5'9" something, because before she was super small, so like let's
Okay.
make her just like a little taller. Not too tall, but able to get the cereal off the top shelf by herself now. She doesn't have to ask Serge.
you see, like, it immediately cuts back to Katori's apartment, and Serge is just trying to, like, find the communicator that just won't stop going off in the couch cushions.
I mean, I guess I feel fine. I feel different, but it didn't hurt. But
The closer Royce gets to Katori, the more Royce's eyes begin to glow. Blow. I meant to say blue. Glow blue. Also, Katori's one eye that is blue begins to glow as well.
While
I'd
that's
like
happening,
to
glowing.
sense magic.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, go ahead and make a roll. You do have the ability sense magic, right?
Yeah, my sheet's not updated, but it's one of the wizard abilities I have now.
Yeah. Royce is a wizard now, everybody.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, that's it. I can give... Yeah, here's... You do sense magic. You sense in her from, what is happening is you sense more magic than you wanted to, is what's gonna happen.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Like, the whole island begins to shake that you're on, and around you, you can see, you see the colliding that happened weeks ago. Like, you see it for a moment. Like,
Oh.
you see that parts of this island are safe and, like, have remained the same, but parts of this island have not. You have no idea why and what did that. You have no idea what about Katori, like, is different than what's happening to Squishy. Like, Squishy clearly doesn't know you. And he's very, like, upset.
Who are you?
It's like, as like, oh yeah, I'll answer that one in just a second for you.
Yeah.
You have a feeling. I'm just gonna straight up answer. You have a feeling that Katori is like in her own mind, based probably because of her the fact that she read the book of Royce, and it has something to do with like who and what Royce is. Combined with who and what Katori is.
Oh.
So I imagine I stand there and get a severe headache,
Oh yeah.
and I just like have to pause and just like, oh dear.
You good?
Are you okay? And Katori pulls like gummies out of her pouch because there's still gummies and there's always gummies. There's always.
Oh yeah, but
And-
it's
and,
so. Oh, hold on.
Oh, go-
One
go
sec. What does a Scottish gummy look like?
Oh.
Oh god, they look terrible.
Okay, well they're terrible.
Scottish Iron Brew Jelly Bottle Gummy Sweets.
Oh. Well, that's what I got, I guess. So I'm gonna hand them to Royce. Here, these might help.
I'm just gonna take them.
I imagine Royce probably really likes the Iron Brew. Which I've always heard described as the what if Dr. Pepper and orange soda were mixed together. Is how
Oh, that sounds amazing.
that's how I've always heard Iron Brew described.
I shovel them into my mouth hole.
He's fine.
Squishy looks at right, so the crew is investigating the city. That's very interesting.
Is Sebastian still a small tiny horse?
Sebastian is a small tiny horse as because he's a familiar.
Okay.
So he's safe, like he's an extension of you. So
Okay.
he's safe. Just so if in case anybody was wondering why Squishy changed and like other things didn't. Squishy looks at who is again, he's about 8 feet tall. Squishy is, because that's how big he was before. No, we're gonna say he shrunk just a little bit. And Krieg, he like walks up to you, he's like, because you asked who he is, he's like, I am Squishy Vernix Esquire. Like, the proprietor of the Silken Tower. I'm sorry, I'm the proprietor of the Silken Recipe.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Mr. Vernix.
Yeah. Pleasure to
Hand
meet
over
you.
Business card.
He hands over his business card. It looks almost identical to yours, but it's pink instead of black.
Oh,
Oh,
god,
I
there's
like
2 of
this.
them.
Where did
This
you
is
get
the
this
worst.
made? This is so nice. You start feeling the embossing.
Hand printed. We have a delightful like business expansion to the Silken Tower, or Silken
Very
Recipe.
nice. Your clothes look just as fine as well, if I may say so.
Now that I'm a little like not being sat on my head, I would agree that you also are fashionable and quite agreeable to me.
I thank you. You said the silken recipe, is that right?
The Silken Recipe, of course. Like he looks around and he also looks pretty confused. He's like, it should be a. Where did this forest come from?
It was here when we got here. Do you know the way to the recipe?
Well, if this is the North Beach, it should be this way. And he points into the forest.
All right, let's go, everybody.
Before we start moving, I want to let you all know that there may be dangerous pockets of unstable magic littered throughout the land.
Of course, because what else is new?
And I believe the reason why Katori is grown is part of that.
Magic.
Squishy just looks on. I've never been one to trust magic.
Yeah,
A good honest day's work is how you make the money.
money is so much more reliable, anyways.
You know what? I like you.
Right?
I think in another life we could have been friends.
I believe that the same way. So how do you make your money as he's starting to walk?
As he's like walking, he's just like, oh, it's all about diversifying your portfolio.
Right? The more stuff you get your hands in, the more money you can make from different places.
You know what
Okay,
they
but
say?
food rations. Food rations. I'm sorry. I appreciate that you guys. I'm starving. We gotta find food. I'm sorry, but we gotta do this. And whey protein, I think, is on my shopping list. If you guys know where I can find that, that'd be great.
I can help locate that if we.
Thank you. We
Fine,
gotta go. Sorry.
So as you begin walking deeper into the forest, you are the sensing magic. Oh wait, no, sorry, one more, because something happened with that sense magic.
Oh.
Kai, while all of this was going on, can you roll me a 20-sider?
Sure.
Because you're the only one that wasn't distracted by. Okay. Your tough choice is, you're gonna get a little hurt, but you will learn something.
That's fine.
Or-
Bring it on.
Okay, excellent. Alright, so while everybody is like going about whatever's happening, you notice this little thing on the beach. And as you walk up to it, it snaps out and claws you and just like rends a big like scratch down your arm. And it just like plumping up a little bit and then just like begins lashing around. It's like there's a wild tentacle that kind of looks like a lobster claw. And it's just like,
Attached to anything?
it's not attached to anything. It looks like it might have like been ripped off of something. It's very large now. Like it was a little bit under the sand. And it does appear to be like growing and like just like lashing around trying to hurt more things. You take 2 damage, by the way.
Okay.
Is it like attached to Tobias now?
No, it
Like-
just scratched him. It's not attached to him, but it looks like it's actively trying to.
I feel
Ah.
like this is the part where I hit it with a pan.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll me another 20-sided. Just attack this thing with your pan.
Ah,
Yeah, that'll do it.
When it comes to violence, you roll well.
Just
Never
beating
fails.
the like
When it
as
comes
you,
to
like,
violence and making things.
Stop scratching things. Bad cat.
No.
But like you beat it to death, and like, well, you beat it. Yeah, it rolled a 16. So now, and like now you guys can study it. It is longer than, it's about like 5 feet long, and about the width of your arm, about the width of Tobias's arm, not Royce or new Katori's arm.
New Katori.
We tentatively called her Katori for a little while.
Yeah. It's okay to
What's
continue
that?
that if you'd like.
No, it's
Feels
fine.
rude.
We're all looking respectfully.
Yes. Like what?
Very.
Like you see Squishy like look at it from a distance and like pulls out a stick and just starts poking it.
What is it?
I've never seen it before in my life.
Well, that's not good.
He pokes it again.
Well,
If oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, we can take it back for research or just leave it there.
I mean, does anyone have a container or something that we can stuff it into that's safe?
Yeah, I mean, you guys probably have like. Well, you definitely have like boxes on the ship. I mean, on the little like. Yeah, on the ship.
Okay.
Does it
Yeah, I
smell
mean-
like lobster?
I mean, yeah, it definitely could smell like some kind of crustacean. It is a large claw. It looks like a It looks like a very large lobster claw at the end of a tentacle, but the tentacle also is barbed.
Okay.
Well, we'll have to come back for it eventually, so we can leave it there for now. If we need to.
I mean, is it dead?
It's not moving anymore. It has been severely beaten with, and the claw has probably been cracked by the frying pan.
Okay.
Sounds like it could be food. I'll cook it later.
Well, I mean, if it's meat, you don't want to let it lay out on the beach.
True.
Should probably gather it up now. So it doesn't spoil if that's your intent for it.
Would you like me to ring it to make sure it's dead?
Or
Just go up and start strangling it.
I'm gonna
got
take it and like wring it like a towel.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, roll me a 20-sided. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, you managed to do it without any thing going wrong with the ringing. Like you managed to dodge all the barbs and like the sharp parts of the claws. As you wring it out, like the more blood that drains away from it, like it just seems like it's so like a fucking like a sham wow full of blood is what it kind of like rings out like.
Wow.
It just
That's
seems
a
like it
lot
has. Oh yeah, go ahead.
That's just a lot of blood.
It's so much more than it looks like it should have been able to hold, especially since it's clearly been ripped off of something.
that one through?
It's like a proboscis almost.
And it's turned like it is significantly paler now. Like the only reason it was red in the first place was the amount of blood that was inside of it. So it's like a dusty pink now, like leaning closer to white.
Hmm.
Did the scratch feel like anything close to what it felt like to be hit by a red cap?
Yes. Like and you finding that like the wound is like you've probably bandaged it up real quick, but it just doesn't want to stop bleeding right away.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well,
Let's
As-
get it in the fridge. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are trying to like relocate food, so yeah, being a refrigerated like system makes perfect sense.
Or cooler.
Yeah, just throw it in the cooler. Yeah, we don't have to dwell on this for that much longer. We can just go.
all right.
Okay.
Well, let's
Yeah.
move onward. Goes back to talking business.
Mm-mm. And Squishy is just all about business. He's just, I don't see any value in this.
The science nerds love shit like that.
Are there many of you then?
Yeah, they've got a giant island full of people. Hence the reason we came out here to look for food, because, gotta feed them.
Oh, you're here. That's what she meant. You're here to look for food.
Yeah. And I remember there being a restaurant/hotel in this direction.
Yes, that's my restaurant/hotel. I just told you about it.
Yeah, we were talking about the various business opportunities you had.
Ah, yes.
Do you
My
happen to
migraine
have
getting stronger.
a plaza next to it? A market square of some sort, maybe?
I don't have... And, like, you see him, like, trying to, like, remember. Like, he looks up and I'm gonna roll for it. I rolled a 6. So as he's just like, if I recall right, and okay, I can do that. 20 is heads, tails is 1. So 1 roll, 1d2. 1 is 1, 2 is 20. That's significantly worse. Poor Squishy.
Just like season 1, he disappears.
Yeah, basically for the exact same reason, for the exact same first episode. He looks up for a moment. Can't change that one, Zach. It became a 1. You see a giant tent, like, first, the entire, like, forest shakes with a silent scream. And all of a sudden, Squishy just, like, a red tentacle, like, comes flashing out of the underbrush, grabs Squishy by his leg, and rips him through the forest.
Or anyone can do anything? Or...
Yeah, now with a 1.
No, that's figured. Gonna dive for him, but I end up falling on the dirt.
Every time with Squishy. Every time.
Oh, man, yeah, it's just like the last time. God, he starts just cursing. As always.
Just constantly, like, losing this thing.
That's not good.
Okay. Well,
can we see where Squishy was dragged off to?
Yeah, I mean... Yes. This direction. Anything, like, any more than that direction, you'll have to, like, roll me... Okay, so Starless played Anomaly. A low-level anomaly will begin to happen in the area.
Oh, dear.
Krieg actually, touched on this earlier today, and, like, only one anomaly can be played per game, just so everybody knows. And this is a low-level one.
Okay.
So, it's happening in the background, don't worry.
I worry about everything.
You should.
oh, every time.
Burrito of concern.
It's a vorpal quesadilla of worry, actually.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Damn that.
If you would like to track the Squishy, then you guys can make me a roll, because it was a 1, so other than the fact that he got yanked off of this path, who knows what's going on? But if you guys would just like to continue on the trail that he said was where the food was, you can do that too. All up to you guys.
Well, you guys go that direction. I'm gonna go this direction.
We're splitting up? I don't know if
Well,
that's a
I'm
good
not
idea.
Just gonna leave him to whatever that was. Not again.
Much as I hate to admit it, I think this is the best option. We do have the rest of the silver thimble to think about.
Oh, you have a good point. Well, what do you think, Tobias?
You two go for food. I'll go with Krieg.
Okay. And you three have communicators, so if anything happens, use them. And
Communication.
I'll just be here. Hi.
Krieg, is there
Let's go.
anything in particular about your restaurant I should know before we head off?
Like what?
Anything in particular?
Well,
Is there any places I shouldn't be peeking into?
probably. I don't know. I mean, it's been changed. If what happened to Squishy is what happened to there, not to mention Market Square may or may not be there. So I have no idea anymore.
All right.
Also, take this. I'm gonna hand him it's like a gold coin, but it's got like a tracker symbol on it. I'm just using the tracker ability from the
Oh,
side
absolutely.
set. Like here, hold on to this, and that way we can find you again in case something happens.
Very well. I'll pocket the coin.
Alright, do you want me to roll to track Squishy?
Yes. You or Tobias.
Do you want to do it, Tobias, or do you want me to?
You can roll it, but can I make it easier, maybe?
Okay.
Sure, what you got?
I would like to use... I just have to find the whole description again. I would like to... take a box from his side that he's taken to carrying. It's the molasses menagerie, and pull a small dog
Oh, absolutely.
for sniffing and tracking purposes. So I will spend the AP, put the dog figurine on the ground, and it will make a normal sized dog.
Oh, what a cute puppy.
I just went to look for like my dog, like any dog, like icons that I have or like tokens that I have, and the only dog one that I have in my library is this thing.
Puppy.
I love that though.
I get the feeling it might just not be the mood. Actually,
No.
somebody else they made this one, so I'm like, alright.
That is perfect.
Yeah.
There we go.
I bought this pack as well. Alright. Dog. Alright, so go ahead and make your tracking roll. And like with this, I will definitely give you the next step up.
That dog is so determined.
He's so it was a 10, which would have been a mixed success, but now it's a full a success. Not a crit, but a success. With the dog's help.
Nice.
Alright, so
How
like
big is
yeah.
the dog.
He said little?
Okay.
It's normal sized dog, so
Oh. Yeah, go ahead and tell me you can tell me what kind of dog it is.
I mean,
It's
my
gonna be
thought
this weird dippy one.
Is it big enough I can ride? Was my question.
How big is Krieg?
3 feet.
I mean, I pictured Bloodhound in my head, but it can be up to the size of an elephant. So sure, it can be a Bloodhound big enough for Krieg to ride.
Big old bloodhound. And it has definitely like caught Squishy's scent and just leads you off into the further into the woods. It looks like Tobias hopped on the back of the dog as well, right there, and that's very funny to me.
Look, and if you see anything marked, if he gets too far away.
Just rustling through the leaves. Alright, Katori and Royce, you guys just heading down this path?
Yeah.
Alright, so first we're gonna do Katori and Royce.
We're going grocery shopping.
Basically. Roll me a 20-sider Katori.
Oh no.
We'll believe in you.
Thank you. Oh no.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Oh.
Don't worry, that just determined where we are. So,
Oh.
Hey,
Okay.
there we go.
so you come out of the woods and you see like this strange like little village made of like cocoons.
Huh.
Well, this is gonna be interesting.
Are they moth sheep?
They look very similar to the moth people that you saw. Oh, I forgot to change Katori in this one. Give me 1 second. Boop, there we go. They look very similar to the moth people that lived on the Silken Isles before, but their pink fluff is very reminiscent of Jello and very like jellyfish situation, like jelly, and like it is moving like weird.
Huh.
They are like, what if the moth people and Squishy combined, and Squishy's race of people combined?
Well,
Okay.
Say we go introduce ourselves, I suppose.
Yeah. Let's do that.
So like they see you coming, and they're just like busy, like doing their stuff, and the ground. It looked like this picture is the best I could get, but it is way more. I don't want to use the word civilized than this. It's way more modern than this. Like the streets look like this on purpose. They are not like it's not super rustic.
It's
They
an
are, like-
aesthetic, not an actual.
Yeah. Exactly. Like they are not living in squalor. They are just this is how they make their homes. And like, they see you. They're like one of them looks over. It's like, "Hail! Oh, we have company, everybody!" It's like and it's just like you see them like come running up to you, like a whole like the three of them and as a group like drop what they're doing and come running up and hello.
Oh. Hello.
Greetings.
It's just like, oh, how can we help you today? Like, do you need anything particularly done? Like, we hire ourselves out at very very reasonable rates. Do you need these clothes? And looks at your hand wraps. Do you need these clothes washed? We'd be happy to help for again reasonable price.
No. We're from the Silver Thimble. We're looking for a restaurant that's supposed to be out this way.
Of course, and I can lead you there. No problem. Absolutely, we'll take you there. Absolutely, for a reasonable price, of course. I'd love to take you there.
What is this reasonable price that you're asking?
Oh, it's just it's negotiable.
Okay, Katori's just gonna look at Royce.
What currency do you all deal in?
Oh, we deal in favors.
Okay. And for taking us to the restaurant, what would you ask of us?
It's like they look back and forth and just. Yeah, I mean, we could. Yes. What do they have? We would like shoes.
Shoes. I look at their feet.
They have adorable feet. They are very like. Their feet already are very strange is like rude. They when it goes down and hits the ground, they do like the curly Q thing at the end, like like elf sandals and stuff. But that's just their feet normally.
Oh. I look at Katori. Can you make shoes?
I'm not quite sure anymore. Earlier I would have probably said yes, but now I don't know.
To me, it just looks like you have more magic.
Maybe.
I would think it'd be worth a try at least.
Yeah, okay.
The only shoes I could make would be silver shoes, which, not exactly good.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I still have my hoop and but, oh no, I don't know what to do. Hold on. Do I still have my skills from being the Katori of before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Figure.
All right. I guess I'm gonna try to cross-stitch some shoes.
Yeah, for sure. Roll me a 20-setter.
Okay. This is gonna go well. Historically, today I've done well, so...
Yeah, you've been doing great.
My energy.
Oh!
That's
not bad.
That was a success. If nobody remembers, Katori's original magician power, I'm gonna put Katori on screen here right now, was whatever she cross-stitches into her hoop, she can then, like, tap it out, and it will fall out of this cross-stitch as, like, the real thing.
I'm just gonna make them some shoes that are comfy for their little feetsies.
Absolutely. And, like, this works out. Like, this plan is working just fine. It's just time-consuming, because Katori has to, like, do every single one. And, like, you do see them, like, trying on these shoes and absolutely loving their shoes. It's like, ooh. And just, like... And they're comparing them to each other's and just, like, talking about how great they are and just, like, how they can't wait to show the rest to everybody else. The whole time they're doing it, you do see that translucent, like rough, like, it's weird. Like, it inflates when they breathe in, it deflates when they breathe out. They almost never actually touch the ground. When they, like, step, they're incredibly light. And they basically hover.
So are they just like fluffy clouds?
Yeah, they're like
Fluffy?
fluffy jelly clouds.
Oh,
That's
I love them. Okay.
So while that's going on, let me make sure I've got the right map. So, Krieg and Toast.
That's the same.
No,
person.
sorry, that's the same person. Krieg and I was trying not to say Krieg and Kai.
Krieg and Tobias?
Yeah, so I was trying to say Krieg and Tobias, but like it got stuck.
I mean, you still got the K and T, I suppose.
I know, it's just like it was bothering me anyway. So you see Squishy like up in a tree, like tangled in vines as you approach. Like, he has not seen you yet. He is like in full panic, like offering money to whatever has him.
Alright. Can we see what has him, or is it just a bunch of vines?
It's so far a bunch of vines. You can make rolls, but you will have to get closer.
Okay. Well, I don't mind getting closer. I don't know. I don't want to speak for Tobias, though.
You are the small one.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get closer without, being noticed. Just gonna roll for it. Sneak up on him.
Absolutely. Like, yeah, and with a 14, you see something. I'm gonna have to talk to Nico real quick, so hold on one sec. Right. And like, as you approach, you see what's holding it.
Oh God.
and it is basically not what if a red cap and a lippy combine. What if giant jellyfish and red caps combined into one thing? Is how it ended up.
Does my legendary wild celebrity still take effect?
I don't think against this because it's not like a thinking thing.
It's like a boss, or is it just a wild animal?
A wild animal.
Alright, yeah, your presence is now respected by wild creatures and wild animals, except bosses. They will no longer attack unless you arm them.
Okay. Yeah, then like it will turn and like it wait, you rolled a 14, so
I'm just thinking.
Yeah, so it's just like it doesn't see you yet, but you can try to like impose your wild.
Okay. Let's do that then, see if it will... Is it making any, responses to what Squishy's trying to talk to it about? Is it just ignoring?
I was muted. My bad. It is not like it does not seem to be like accepting the bribe or whatever. You do see like it has an incredibly large mouth as it opens, and it's just like
Yeah.
it opens its mouth, and then like it's about to like take a big old bite out of Squishy. As like Squishy's just like arguing with it, it's just like I can feed you out of like I can give you more plump people than me. I've met some new people today. A very large woman. I just don't eat me. And he's just like screaming.
Can I use my sneak attack ability? Once per round, you may, when a nearby foe attacks a creature other than you may exploit their focus and immediately move behind them to form an action. And then just use 1 AP to incapacitate the commoner or minion by touching one of their pressure points. They fall unconscious for 10 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead and give that a shot for sure. It's gonna be tricky because this thing is like a boss and it is huge.
Right. Let's see if this works. So, Krieg just kind of, not really like snaps his fingers, but I guess snaps his fingers is the best thing I can think of at the time. And then just in this shimmer of gold light, kind of disappears and reappears behind this monstrosity. Do you want me to roll for it?
Yes, please, go ahead. Don't worry, my cat's throwing up in the background though.
That's gross.
Oh, no.
I rolled a 14.
And I was muted so you guys didn't have to hear my cat throwing up. So, yeah, you appear behind it, and yeah, what does it look like when...
Oh,
You
his
send me-
hand just kind of turn gold for a second as he presses some of the pressure points on the back, and it just kind of slumps down and falls unconscious.
Yeah, so this thing, like, slams into the ground, and now Krieg is just basically on top of it. And Squishy is just tangled in the vine still. Like, eyes squinted as close as possible. He just, like, opens one of them.
Oh, wait.
Oh, hello!
Howdy. Do you know what this is?
Big! And I'm pretty sure it was trying to eat me. Can you untie me?
Sure. It might take a minute because I'm kind of small, but I'll do my best. Hey, Tobias, I took care of the big monster.
Yeah, here, and he hands Krieg the needful hilt. That'll make whatever you need to cut him down.
Okay. Just
I'm gonna, and he looks at the thing. We want this gone, right?
yeah. I didn't want to murder it in case. it made sounds and it alerted people, so it's unconscious at the moment.
Squishy, cut, as you cut him free, he, hops down, he's like, whew. Well, that was an adventure. You see him, reach into his coat and, pull out a, it looks like a small, golden fife, a little, wait, are they called fifes? What? Pan flute situation. That's a fife, right? And he's just like, well, I am never in anyone's debt for longer than I can help it, and he hands you the golden fife.
I quickly pocket that faster than people can see. It's like, that's amazing. I have a favor to ask since we're here.
Absolutely. What can I do for you?
Well,
once we get back safe somewhere, something is telling me that my people are up to no good.
we can talk about it along the way. Tobias, here's your health back.
Thanks.
Did you want to do anything with it before we leave?
How long is this out for?
10 minutes.
We're in the middle of a jungle, right, Alan?
Yep. You are deep in the middle of this jungle.
Is it effective? Would it be doable to use my poison ability with various jungle things and the stuff that he does have on him?
To, you want to poison this thing?
To do the black poison.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So go ahead and roll me a 20-sided. We'll see how that one works out. I'm hoping well. I was expecting this guy to be a fight, though. But he's now just unconscious. Yeah, so you wandering around these woods, and this, a lot of the stuff does seem familiar. It is you are native to the liminal plane, and a lot of this is just stuff that you have seen there, with just weird, some things are different, but most of it is the same. Little moths and stuff are kind of jelly now. Little insects tend to be, well, they look kind of like jellyfish.
So everything looks like jellyfish. Okay.
Most of the fauna does tend to look more jellyfish than it. Oh, somebody died. I don't know what that was, but so yeah, it's just and you're deep in this jungle. No, don't worry about that. But yeah, so you're just gonna pour this into its mouth?
Yeah. In its mouth, dip its claw in it. Probably a little bit of both.
You feed it into it, and you just see that it's red. The redness of whatever this creature is. I've named him the Red King. He just starts getting darker and darker as the black poison settles into it, and then just it spreads out. All of its tentacles start writhing, and then just you watch the blood in its system gets replaced with the black poison as it just bleeds out into the connecting area. It just bleeds into this pool of water and then just shrivels up as just this mass of black, well, jelly.
Well, that was interesting to watch.
Didn't expect it to do that, but now we can bring it back with us to figure out what the heck's going on.
All right. I can't carry that thing. Do you have anything to bring it back with us?
I can drag it for now.
Okay, that's fine.
Actually, he puts Sebastian down. Can you go big? Has that changed?
The Sebastian can turn into a 20-foot tall horse still. He can still do that.
Cool. Sebastian can carry it.
All right, awesome.
Hold on, do I have a horse? I do have a horse token. Alright. Horse.
And the dog's still here too.
Oh, the dog's still totally here.
I'm gonna climb back on the dog so I don't have to walk.
Squishy cannot fit on the dog. The Squishy is 8 feet tall still. Or like 6'5".
That's fine.
So I'm not gonna make you guys roll for it, but everybody does manage to meet back up at that small town as Katori is just finishing her last pair of shoes for everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, hiya.
I found out what happened, and I personally did not kill it. Are these the ones you were talking about? They look kind of like you. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No,
You see Squishy look around. What are you all doing? Get back to work! And they all like, ah! And it's just like Three Stooge style, like bumping into each other and like running away.
oh, no.
Oh,
But
she was making such wonderful shoes for them, so we could go to the restaurant.
The restaurant's right there! And you see him point in a direction, and I'm gonna need another 20-sider from... Anybody can roll this, but it's the first person who looks in the direction he's pointing.
all right, somebody else that's not me. All right.
Go for it. Someone. Unless you want me to.
Huzzah.
So 15. So Royce looks over. Alright, and that was a successful roll, and you see through the bushes and stuff, which totally wasn't there a second ago until he points at it. It is literally the secret recipe. And you see Squishy look over at it, and he's just like, that's not my restaurant.
That's mine. I mean, co-founder, mine, and thank you, but mine.
So he's gonna like... No, Squishy got really bad. Like, you see like Squishy like holding his head for a second, he's just like, no, but... That's what...
Poor Squishy.
You see him holding Krieg's business card. Like, he holds it out to himself again, and he looks at it, and he's just like, I remember you. I remember the silver thimble. Where am I? How can I talk? Why can I talk? Where are the rest of my tentacles?
So,
Oh,
do
no.
you want me to answer them all at once, or one at a time?
I would like answers. Where's my notebook? You see him patting his pockets, and he's not finding his note. He's like reaching in, and you see him like pulling out his business cards and like rifling through them. It's like, huh. Well, this is interesting.
Short answer, magic. Long answer, we're on the island looking for the secret recipe. We landed, and magic happened, and this is what you look like at the moment. I don't know what happened to your tentacles because you shapeshifted. Magic.
I've known for years something like this was gonna happen. It's just, you know what they say, play with fire, the lizard's gonna get you turned into some weird humanoid moth creature.
In my defense, it wasn't me.
Oh, it wasn't
But-
you.
You're cute and fluffy.
That's also true.
He's
Still stealing your
stop it.
style.
Stop it.
I like your tux, so that's amazing as well.
He's just like, I do have this fantastic cape, though. And you see him, like, bouncing up and down. And, like, he is super floaty, again, like, because naturally he just hovers. So, like, he's basically weightless. And
Well, very riveting, but food. We need food.
it's just
Right,
like, yeah,
yes.
I agree.
Magic later. Let's head in.
I am going to make a roll for the crew right now. This is for their success on they have chosen to like help the citizens, and they have chosen to do it politically. Act slowly and politically to help the citizens. Let me just do this real quick and hope that it's not a 1. It's a 4.
Oh no.
Don't worry, everybody. A 4 is just fine.
I'm panicking.
I mean,
Don't panic. We're here.
Yeah.
Where's my?
Oh, the card was played.
Yeah, so that makes it a 5.
Oh, we're gonna come back to the city in on fire. Everything's ruined. Oh dear.
Okay, I will re-roll it then. So stop spending your baby birds, Professor Winter. I don't know if we're gonna do more than that, but we can't do anything. All right, so it turned out to be an 18 with a
Huzzah!
That's much better.
Alright. We can't play anything on this one because this was a re-roll. Like, we can't put this one up to a 20. Toast was trying to lower them.
Well, 1 up, 1 down, 1. It would have evened out.
It would have been very funny. Alright. So, give me 1 second. Read what's going to happen to everybody. Like, the fun thing, like, for that is, like, you guys can't totally, like, yeah, there's a lot of these baby birds happening right now.
Oh, that was straight up lame.
We can't do the 20 because you can't change it once.
It's been changed.
I love that everybody was pitching together, though, to make it work and make it happen. So you guys are awesome.
It usually doesn't happen that way.
Okay, choose to investigate the city first. They did, and then they rolled well, which is funny. Okay. Alright, so as you guys are investigating the city, this is what happens for rolling the 11 to a 19. The crew will discover an underground network of tunnels that could provide a safe evacuation route in case of an emergency in the future. Like, this is a safe place to put people. But where did that go? You have 2 options with this, and like Nika will put them up for a vote. Alright, so the crew has moved through the city with stealth and draw no adverse attention to themselves. Like, you guys aren't like ruining people's lives as you're trying to find supplies, basically. So, yeah. Nika's like, that, yeah, was me, wait, that's the task force one? Oh, my bad. Sorry, everybody. I am wrong. Alright, sorry. This is new system. Calm the citizens and the crew will learn... Oh, sorry, yeah. So you all begin to, Shit. You're right. I wrote this wrong. I'm so bad.
Okay, you've had a lot to do, so it's understandable.
I know, but I feel like this is real dumb of me.
stress. None
Oh.
whatsoever. No stress.
Kinky.
Okay, so we're just gonna go with the one option. So because you guys succeeded, you've calmed everybody. And here's what you learned with that successful roll. You have learned the fact that the communicators, the second any of you try to like pull them too far away from you, or if you leave the radius of Akana's tree without one of these communicators on, you will suffer the same fate that just happened to Katori and Squishy. Your communicators are what is keeping you safe and keeping you in your form. Katori is a different case because of the reading the book of Royce. That is the mechanic of this season.
Oh dear.
And I read it from cover to cover.
Yeah.
Him?
you
All
did.
about you.
Mm-hmm.
I know all your favorite snacks now.
And while you are doing this,
What about his secrets?
I know those too.
Just stop.
Kay is not a magician. I was not a wizard. So, and with that, the crew meets a helpful group while they search. Who is it? The civilians of the city see the crew helping out and aid creating a tighter bond between the crew of the you all and the refugees of the Silver Thimble. They see you're actually trying to help, so they're gonna not blame you for everything so much right now.
Nice.
So, everybody in the chat, you guys get to have a conversation. Who is this helpful crew, and who are these helpful people, and how do they help the crew in the future? We are adding that to it, so you have until the game's over for everybody to on who that is. We'll make a vote once you guys pitch it. It could be basically anybody. You have refugees from around. It could be refugees that came to the city last minute. It can't be new people from this world because you guys don't have any new people in there yet.
Yeah.
But decide on who, what this group is and how they are helping. And now back to the game. Sorry, everybody. That was supposed to. There's another choice there, but it doesn't work. It doesn't make sense.
My key to the hotel still work?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna open it up and then we'll head into the lobby. And then, is there anyone here?
The hotel is completely empty.
Okay. Tobias, Katori, Royce. The kitchen is that way, along with the foodstuffs and everything.
Yes, I know. I helped set it up.
Right. If you want to go help them look around, I'm gonna see if any of the papers that were left are still here. Since I don't know what happened to Gemini at the moment, since he's off in space, I'm assuming.
Gemini's gone.
Yeah, so I'm gonna head off and then go look through the offices and whatnot.
So Tobias, as you go into, here's your wonderful kitchen. Every single time I'm realizing I did not put I have to do this every time. Give you guys the right tokens.
It's okay.
It's your kitchen is it's well stocked. Could you roll me a 20-sider Tobias?
Sure.
7. 7's always good. You start to see, Katori, you're in here with him, obviously, because you're right there, right? Tobias,
Correct.
some of the drawers start opening, and then like slamming closed away from you. Like, Katori, to you, it just sounds like Tobias is opening his drawers and slamming them when your back is turned. Oh yeah, sorry. One more time. Tobias, you get to roll again.
Oh.
Cause double up. Everybody rolls twice.
Oh yeah.
Much
Oh.
better.
So for yes, a success. Like, Katori, it sounds like he's slamming the drawers, but then when you turn around, you see some of the cabinets like opening and closing. And you hear in like the cheesiest voices, "Get out!"
What? Why? What is happening? Can I roll to see if I notice anything? I don't know.
Sure.
Tobias
Yeah.
just goes to
Okay.
look back into the room and defiantly be like, I don't think I will. I helped set this kitchen up.
That's right. 2d20 then?
Yep. 2d20, and take the highest unless the lowest is a 1, and then we take the 1.
Of course. Okay. My first success of the night.
Congratulations.
Hey!
Yay!
You see, and like it comes up from like the drain in the sink. Did I not put on the right light? There we go. Like, it's just a spooky ghost.
Heck. What are you doing in here?
This is ours now.
Oh, get out. You don't even need food.
Aw.
Don't be greedy and share.
But
All right. Do you like gummies?
I recommend them.
They look weird, but they're super yummy.
Hmm.
And she just hands the ghost gummies. I don't know. She doesn't know if he can even take them, but she's just handing them over.
it just reaches its hand out and just literally like it takes them. It's just like, yeah, they're okay. What are you guys doing here? You were gone for weeks. And just like pops it back in its mouth. Like, this ghost totally recognizes you guys, like your uniforms and stuff.
We're here for food.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Oh, we were just haunting this place for a while, and like you guys brought a TV crew in. It was a whole deal.
We?
Oh yeah, there's dozens of us. There was nobody living here in a while. It was in a really strange like situation. I'm pretty sure this place was the cocoon a couple minutes ago. And it keeps popping like the gummies into its mouth.
Yeah, we're here for food. I mean, feel free to keep haunting the place.
Yeah.
Ah,
but
cool.
Hunt away.
We need to make sure a few people know to never come here, as they will probably die from fright.
I will say,
Yes.
on behalf of Krieg, if you are going to keep haunting the place, feel free to do so, but just make sure it's in a way that people actually enjoy and not to scare the pants off of them.
How do you mean? As it just keeps popping these little like Coke bottles into his mouth. Or iron brew bottles.
I mean, so that people want to come here to be scared by the haunted hotel. It means you have plenty of people to scare and spook, and Krieg continues to make money off of this place.
Oh. He like it puts its like finger next to its like where its nose would be, but it doesn't have a nose. It's like, I get what you're saying. We're gonna be a draw.
Yes,
How much will we get paid?
you'll have to discuss that with Krieg.
Well, let's have that discussion before you take any of our food. Because it seems like we were here first. Krieg, what are you doing?
Going through the offices looking for any paperwork, and once I find it, I'm gonna head down to the secret basement.
So can we just tell the ghost that, like, Krieg is up in the office? More than welcome to go and talk to him up there so that we can get food and while they're gone.
That wasn't me. That's my cat. So yeah, that's a very loud cat. 1 second. I did not have an office set up just yet, so I wasn't expecting going to an office, but I have one right here. Don't worry. Nobody panic.
That is a very loud cat.
Rupert's gonna panic.
Sometimes you just gotta scream.
You have to. Is he not getting enough slaps?
Never. Like, there's literally nothing I can do for him to get enough slaps. Alright, Krieg, you're in your office.
Yeah, looking around, seeing if any of the documents are missing or any of the goings on is not where it's supposed to, and I can't find the important ones.
Roll me a 20-sider real quick.
I have to roll the second one. 18 it is.
You open, like, the secret drawer of your office that has, like, a locator in it, and it's just like, it's like a tracking device, and all of a sudden you see a bunch of, like, ghosts appear. It's just like, oh, that's how you get into that drawer. We couldn't get into that drawer.
Oh, fuck. God. Did we? No, you left it half open so we could utilize you. What are you guys doing here?
Haunting.
Okay.
What you got there?
None of your damn business. I mean, stuff. What do you want?
Wanted to know what you had there.
And I wanted to know if there's nothing else, I'm gonna go. He gets up and closes the drawer again.
With an 18, you see the tracker begins to beep, and points directly north, quite a distance north, but north of where you are right now, that is where your old friend Tom Honks, or Quackers, is. You know this. Like, the tracker you put on him forever ago is telling you exactly where he is. He's not on this island.
Mm-hmm.
But he's, like...
Okay, so he's just gonna mumble into himself. Well, that's what then just put it into his coat pocket. Is there anything else, or are you just haunting?
He's like, we're haunting.
Alright. You haven't broken anything again, haven't you? Last time you guys flooded the whole basement and had to get that cleaned.
Oh, the basement's not there anymore.
God damn it. Wait, what?
Oh, you don't know. Yeah,
No,
this
we
place
haven't
used to be a cocoon.
Okay. Did it get moved? Or the stuff in there?
You should probably go look yourself. And they kind of laugh as they say that, and then disappear through the door. Through the wall.
Fucking ghosts every time. Okay. Well, is Squishy here?
Squishy could be wandering around, but you can have him in here.
Just didn't know if you followed me in there.
Oh, I felt like you wanted to like go search for things privately, but like if you are comfortable sharing everything with current Squishy.
Yeah, I mean, unless he's back to his normal self, just able to talk, or is he still?
Yeah, he's walking around. It's just like, turns out I'm like the mayor of this city, of this little town.
Oh, damn, that's great.
He like pulls out a coffee mug that says #1 mayor.
Moving up in the world. Alright, well, let us see if we can go find out what they were talking about. Just gonna grab some of the other important documents. I don't know if we'll come back here soon, so I have to get my paperwork done back at the island, so just gonna stuff everything into his pocket and be like, okay, let's go. Make sure there's no one looking or watching, and then head down to where he knows the entrance to the basement is at.
Right. And while Krieg is doing that, like this whole split party is the whole time
Hulking around.
Let me just... We know Squishy's not gonna be there, but... It's your larder! Or your stockroom. And, like, it is pretty well stocked. It's definitely not enough to feed the city for, like, any, like, grand length of time. But... It's
That's
something.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's better than the nothing we've got, so... Squishy, if you want to stay here for when they come down eventually, 'cause I'm sure they'll run out of stuff in the kitchen, I'm gonna head over there. See if the door is still there, if the room might not be.
When you walk through what would have been the basement door, you find yourself just... there's a stairway down into the jungle. So, like, you will be... up here. And there's just a pool of water down there. Where the basement was. Delete. Because they don't exist anymore.
So is this technically a room, or is this technically outside?
It's outside.
Ah. Well, that's unfortunate. But good news is, nobody from back then is going to get mad about missing items anymore. You'll just have to start over with the new area. Is there anything in the water, or is it just like a giant pond?
You can go close to the water for sure.
Okay, I'll get a little closer then to see if I can perceive anything in there.
Your communicator starts, like, vibrating against your chest. Or wherever you're keeping it, it's vibrating quite a bit. Like, you feel it pulsing.
Not a good sign. Is there an entity in there? Just kind of like, hello? Anybody down there?
Oh, yeah, I guess there is an entity down there. There wasn't until, like, that ambush happened. Can you roll me a 20-sider, Krieg? Oh, 2 of them, please. Double up is still in effect. Alright, you managed to dodge it quite cleanly, but a tentacle, like, shoots up out of the, shoots up out of this pool. And why can I not do this? Here we go. And yeah, just another one of these just comes like splashing up, and you're just like, it sees you and you're on your lonesome right now. So I'm going to attack you with it though, because Katori decided you should die.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's a nat 20. We're just gonna cut back to everybody else in the larder. You guys are like putting your stuff up, and like Squishy has come down to help you, and he's got some of his moth people like down here helping you out, and they are listening to him with everything he says, he's like, grab those boxes, let's get them back. Like, I know I'm talking a little different than I used to, but like, hey, shut up, do it. And he's just commanding, but they're doing it happily. They love their new shoes. They're bouncing around.
We recruit one of the moth people.
Oh, you just straight up recruiting Squishy.
Oh, nice. I'm in for like the bounty.
That's what. Yeah, this Squishy is gonna join you guys.
Okay, cool. Wasn't sure. I wanted to make sure I didn't forget.
But do I have moth people friends now? Because
Oh,
I need them
absolutely.
to-
They're they're helping you out. They're bouncing around. They're like, everybody's great. And this is like, they're willing, like, they're taking things straight all the way down. Like, from here to the ship, they're loading up you guys' ship. They're making those trips. You guys haven't seen Krieg in a while.
I use my tattoo.
What's your tattoo do again?
You may spend X amount of AP to give yourself a shield to block X amount of damage. This may be used in response to an attack and spottles you tightly, unable to immediately.
Oh, yeah,
attack.
for sure. It's gonna hit you for 8.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for. Well, I've got 11 because I already used one. Is it all? I'm gonna go for 6.
Absolutely, then.
Pick 2. I got
So- While all this is happening, it's just like Krieg battling this fucking red cap jellyfish on like the cusp of this anomalous pool. The basement was there until the anomaly was played, for the record, and the ghosts weren't here until the anomaly.
Thank you, Starless.
So, Silas gave you a shield charm. For that, you have to put it on for the shields to work now. Like, and that does take time. Just explain to everybody that it's not immediately a shield. It works a little different than it did before.
Since I can't move in the moment because I'm swaddled up, I'm going to use this time to put it on and then wait for it to give me a chance to move around. So we need other people to do things. I can wait for my turn again.
You all hear a window shatter in the lobby as Krieg, swaddled up, comes flying through and smashes against the wall. He's safe. Like, he's protected himself. He only takes, like, 2 points of damage. But you all can, like, run up there and see what's going on if you want to.
You
Alright,
rat
yeah.
bastard.
Up we go.
Yep, we're running. I'm running.
Alright, let's move everything up into there now. So we can finally have the whole party together doing, like, to combat.
Royce would notice that the
Maybe not like
things I'm
right
swaddled in is the same cloth that you swaddled me in back in season 2.
No.
You were swaddled in season 1.
Season
What?
1, even better, all the way back then. So they're the same cloth, pretty much.
What in? I shouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised.
Katori and Royce have not seen these things yet.
You know, murder it.
Yay. Oh, don't forget dog.
Oh yeah, dog's here.
My shotgun work now.
Let me get the dog.
You never
It's
told
So-
me going back to old maps. Go ahead.
Do I have combat abilities?
Oh, you most certainly do.
All
New
right.
Katori is a fighter.
All right.
Huh.
I would like to use provoke.
All right, go ahead and make that roll.
All right, and it's only 1d20. Let's
Yep.
see how
1d20.
much of a success I have now that I only have one. There you go.
believe in you.
Oh, 7.
All right, what do you say to this thing that's somewhat successful?
All right.
Oh, hold on. Somebody might be changing
Oh.
it.
Okay.
Buff physical. All right, that goes up to an 8, but it doesn't really.
Okay.
No, so it stays.
Okay. So I'll point directly at it and I'll say, rumors have been told far and wide by my people that you're a little bitch.
It turns, it's just like, fucking rude. But no, that's what Squishy says. It's like, fucking rude. One of the jelly moths, she's like, oh my god, Club is the other one's ear. It's just like, oh no. There is one jelly moth that's all about it, but two of the other ones have been put off by your curse words. That is your negative outcome for it.
Whatever.
But one of them's just like, yeah.
Bring it on, fucker.
But yeah, so it... Oh, go ahead.
How large is this thing?
It is... I would say this is like your standard hotel, like a little bit bigger than your lobby, and this thing takes up the whole... So I'd say like counting tentacles fully extended, I bet like 40 feet. It's big.
I see.
Oh, sorry. Apparently I'm cutting out. I'm going to get closer to my mic.
Well, some things never change. I would like to direct the dog to attack the thing, and I also am going to hit it with my pan.
Absolutely. So yeah, take a +2 to whatever it is. One for the physical and one for the dog. Go ahead and roll a 20-sider and we'll add 2 to it. Oof. Only an 8. So you can get a hit in, but it's going to lash out with its claw. Ugh. That's the real problem with fighting red caps. You hit it for 2, it hits you for 2, and it gains all of its health back.
Yeah.
But it's not even looking at you. It's staring down Katori. And it's just one of its tentacles is just whipping out. I'm gonna say the dog does firmly have a hold of one of its tentacles, and it's just it's trying to shake the dog free, but the dog just has it. So it does take 1 damage in total. But you take 2, and it's only been hurt for 1. The dog's not even real though. Nobody worry about the dog.
It doesn't have blood.
Yeah, it's a piece of clay.
I'm gonna pull out my knuckles, and I'd like to punch this thing.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make a roll. Wow, you guys are rolling real low today.
+1 because of punching.
Yeah, the +1, but it only becomes a 9. Who did you play with for Royce? Okay. Roll it again. Give me one more time. You guys see Royce just get even more jacked than normal?
Heck yeah.
Would you stop rolling so low? But,
Is that a failure?
no, because it's still technically a 6. And you can't take damage because, damage is half because of Rip Like Jesus. So yeah, you will be able to do 4 damage to it, and it will only hit you for 1.
Delicious.
How does the coin shotgun work now?
I was gonna talk to you about that. I will let you add up to 5 damage. Yeah, if you don't mind. I'm still trying to figure out.
I'm just use the crossbow I had from my early days and try and shoot the thing.
All right, go for it.
We're going back.
At least it was a success.
Hey.
Yeah.
Aim for its eye.
Aim for its. Okay, yeah. So one of its as it's trying to stare down Katori, moving in menacingly, its eyes glowing. You just catches a fucking crossbow bolt, and one of them just shrieks. So Katori, you get a attack right now, and you get to take the next level of success for it.
Okay, I would like to do whirlwind.
Absolutely.
If that's appropriate here. This is new to me, so.
Yeah, it works out.
Okay. Yeah.
It's time for me to explain what Katori's weapon is to people. Like, in Katori's new form, Katori has a caber as a weapon. Like, it's just a giant log with, like, a bunch of etchings on it.
Oh.
Sorry.
That was a weird noise. And yeah, and now Katori's just, like, going full, like, barbarian from Diablo on it. Just full-on whirlwind. You see, like, the claws getting smacked away as they come for her. And, like, tell me if you want this. Like, and you just, like, as you're spinning, you manage to spin perfectly and, like, nail that eye and push the crossbow bolt that Krieg hit even further.
Hell yeah.
And you guys see it, like, reeling back. The dog has, like, ripped one of the claws off of the tip of the tentacle and it's just on the ground, like, shaking it back and forth. So yeah, Royce and Kai, what you guys got? It got hurt, but it's still kicking.
Why don't you go on away teams anymore, Katori? This is amazing.
I was sort of useless until right now, so like, yeah, let's do this.
I'm also going to Whirlwind.
Yeah.
Reach out your hand. It's like both of you like do the forearm grab and both of you just start spinning.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Oh, then if you guys actually want that, go ahead and both of you roll 20-sided. We'll take whichever one was highest.
Okay. Oops.
18, which is a 19. That's pretty good.
But
Ah.
Yeah, we won't take. What does it look like? Do one of you just keep lifting the other one off?
Swing me
Yeah,
me
that's
on the
it.
wall.
touch the log and be like,
It's just... You just keep beating the shit out of it, like both of you, just like one after the other. Raise and roll by one. Yeah, okay. So yeah, what's it look like as you guys just like beat, like just you two just keep spinning and beating the shit out of this thing, like limbs, like tentacles flying all over this room?
Yeah. Tori's swinging her log. I'm on the end of it. When it contacts with it, I jump off, punch him a few times, and then grab back onto the log. And then she swings it back around and slaps him again.
That's fantastic.
that's awesome.
So it has basically exploded everywhere. It is just like not a single like tentacle left on it, and it's just like on the ground, like just lands right in front of Tobias as the dog's like sniffing at it. It's trying to bite the dog, but it doesn't have any reach.
Pan. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're just panning it again?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It
you
got
don't have.
close- It got close and can't move. It's taking a pan straight between the eyes.
As you like come to contact with it, like that pan just smashes into its like skull. It also very jelly-like. This thing, no skeletal structure at all. Just like the hardest parts on it are those claws.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you guys finish it off, just beating it to death.
While they're doing that, can I yell out to the ghost, "Hey, ghost, come here."
Mayor.
Come on down.
We don't work for you.
I'll pay you.
All right, we might work for you.
Okay, clean this up and then we'll pay you.
We're janitors?
Well, yeah, you're
Sick.
working here.
It's weird that I just have ghost janitors ready to go, isn't it?
No, I've seen them before in the mall.
This outcome was decided.
Just like they'll just start cleaning up this mess, and like Tobias, you do find a one of the claws that just like really large and just fully intact still.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it smells like lobster. You know you're not supposed to eat red caps. You know that.
Yeah. But this isn't exactly a red cap.
It isn't exactly a red cap. So how would you like to handle this? We can go back in your kitchen and you can try to cook this up if you want to.
Yeah, we're gonna take a page out of Snick Snack's book and cook it.
Snicksnack is still safe back at the city. Like, he's an NPC now, but I have not killed him by this. I just want everybody to know that. Okay. So we are gonna try to cook up this thing. And before you start the cooking, before I have you make a roll for the cooking, what is the outcome that you would like? Would you like to? Are you trying to make a good food that that people can eat and like survive? Are you trying to make like a poison that like might work better than might be a good thing to add to any of the spies' repertoires? Like, you could, like, if you make a poison, you could add it to the spies, like what they default get. We can make a new one, or you can make a food. And then I could add that food to like the item list that people can take with them on missions and stuff. And also maybe feed people. But then hunting red caps would be a thing. Like, and then it's still going to be a roll to see if like you end up, like how this ends up, but
I like both of those ideas. Let's see. Let's go with... Well, the goal was food, so let's go with food for now.
absolutely.
I've still got the... We still have the other claw that I can try to work out a...
The one that's... Oh no, you did put it in like a refrigerator. You put it in a cool... So, alright. That one will just like take longer to do. But this one will... Oh, go ahead.
Try food for this one because it's quote-unquote fresh, and we'll try poison with the other one. But food for now.
Absolutely. Like, as you're cooking, like, security guard ghost comes in. He has a walkie-talkie. I don't know why.
Does he look familiar?
He's one of the ghosts that was already in here. Like, they all just, like, have taken on forms of people doing mundane jobs now.
Okay.
So instead of spooky ghosts, they're just vaguely whimsical ghosts now.
Nice.
Oh no.
They are cosplaying humans. So yeah, go ahead and make a 20-sided roll. Unless you have an ability or could actually... Or anybody else has anything that they could help. Or any way that they could help.
He does have his magic bottle of alcohol.
Okay,
to help
yeah,
with
alright.
cooking.
I'll give you a bonus for that. Are you willing to risk, Squishy's gonna, like, offer this. It's like, if you were trying to make food, we could use the materials that we already have, like some of the larder. We could use that with it. Now, if you end up messing this up, it's gonna cost us some food, but if you succeed, then we'll get more food out of this than we would have already had. So it's like a gamble. Are you willing to gamble some of the food that you already have to make more? We're stone soup in this.
No.
Okay. I respect your decision.
Rather not waste resources since he looks... I have no idea what this actually is.
Oh.
Well, it's par for the course for this session.
Yeah, this session's going like real low rolls.
Can I do 2 things?
Hold on, someone played a card.
Warlord made it a 20.
Oh, thank you, Warlord.
You amazing person who do cool things.
So yeah, what dish did you make out of this? What's that look like? And like just what I think what we're looking for is like not just like one like really fantastic dish, but something that feeds a lot of people.
You made gumbo, didn't you?
My go-to was gumbo, honestly.
Yeah.
It has to almost be that, yeah.
Lobster gumbo.
I was thinking gumbo or like a huge pile of fried rice.
Fried rice out of a lobster claw? Sounds legit.
Lobster fried rice.
No, it's definitely a gumbo.
Just a
As long as it's
giant.
salad.
I mean, that's the easiest thing I think to make, right? You just throw
Plus,
everything
like-
in together.
Plus, like, blood soup's an actual thing,
Mm-hmm.
so it's
Oh,
somewhere
you
between,
used it. You used the leftover. Oh, go ahead. Like, I'll let you
like-
talk. Sorry.
It's somewhere between a gumbo and a blood soup. Just because what they are, they have so much blood in them.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, making like blood sausage out of like the leftover that's in there, and yeah, that's real gross. Absolutely. So yeah, you guys can all just get back onto the ferry and head back to the city and like I'm just gonna straight up I don't think we can leave Squishy here to run this hotel and this town and be mayor of this town. But that will not count as recruiting an NPC, and also Krieg will have to start using his non-sentient. Well, all of them are sentient. Krieg will start using Truffles as his like ally, as Squishy is now the mayor of the Secret Towers, as we're gonna call this town.
Nice name.
But if you guys want to recruit somebody, one of the jelly moths is following Katori around with like a smaller log over its shoulder.
I love it.
One that was okay with swearing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the one that was okay with
Yes.
swearing. He just has like on his log, it's just "use a bitch" carved in.
I love it.
That he's not like it's not an apprentice as of yet, but they will join the they will join up with the crew.
What are you gonna name your jelly moth, Katori?
Jiggles.
It's like all right, Jiggles just like carves Jiggles into his like his log too. It's like all right, and it's literally just a log. Like Katori's is just this. The caber is like nicely carved, nicely polished, beautiful. It's a work of art in and of itself. This is literally a big old stick that they found in the jungle.
If it works, it works.
I love
Yeah.
it so much.
And like yeah, like Jiggles like helps load up the stuff, and it's just like starts giving commands to the other jelly moths. And you guys see Squishy just like rolling his eyes at everything that's happening. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the beach. Squishy's there. Jelly. Oh, 2 Katoris.
No. Identity crises.
And Squishy's just like puts his hand out towards Krieg. He's just like, I'm gonna stay here for now. Try to get this in shape.
All right. Well, keep in touch.
I don't have a communicator. I
Right.
lost it. He looks over at Royce. He's just like, there it is.
We'll mail you one. We'll get you one.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I mean, should only be temporary, right?
We don't know.
Squishy looks over at him. Jiggles is on the boat, just bouncing up and down. Yes, going on an adventure, bitches.
I love this so much.
Just bouncing up and down. He's got the cooler that the red cap's arm is in, and he's just bouncing.
Well, stay safe as he kind of does that try not to cry face as he gives him a hug,
Squishy definitely returns the hug. Pulls his wings in and wraps Krieg up. It's just, you're gonna get into so much trouble.
Yeah. It won't be the same without you. Remember that first time we got in trouble? That shark?
He's just you see Squishy pull off his glasses and pretend to wipe them as a tear rolls down his cheek. Just go. You gotta get that food back. I gotta get these idiots into shape. Come on, guys! And he starts clapping his hands and just go on, move it, back to the village. Fancy shoes. It's just it goes straight to their heads. It's they're so lazy, and he just all of them just start moving.
Does that, sand and things.
Yeah, just come back when you have the money. When you have money to pay me.
Of
Dude,
course. And he hurries onto the boat. Stares out.
You all can hop back on your boat, and before we do that, let me make sure everybody's the right tokens.
I really just want to give him the communicator.
Oh yeah, you want to?
The scientist portion of Royce right now wants to see what will happen. Because I was apparently fine on the boat.
It's because the boat's from the I can tell you right now, you can hand Squishy the communicator, and you don't feel that feeling that everybody else was talking about. Royce is fine.
I'm gonna hand Squishy the communicator.
You all look at Royce as he begins to glow blue, and you can see around him, it looks like things are crashing into him, but then bouncing off, intangible things. You can tell something's happening, but then Royce is just shakes it off and he's fine. Royce, you feel like you're native to this world now. 100%. Royce has been here forever. You have vague memories of being raised here. Not completely. You can't tell where everything is, but in the future, when you run into somebody, they might have known you.
Oh, that's a freaky feeling.
Royce is different.
Cool.
Royce has been different since the start of this this game, and we're just slowly explaining how he's different.
But wait, would I have known this because I read the Royce book, or is this all new to me too?
It's new to you too. It's it's just how it works. Is
Okay.
a different animal.
No questions.
Give me a 20-sider, Royce. Let's just figure out if I can tell you any more.
Oh, sure. This would be the point where I roll a 1, right?
13.
It really looked like a 3 for a good second. 17. Royce, it's the silver, and you look up, and like to the west, southwest of where you are right now, you can feel something's there. Something's there for you specifically.
Huh. To the southwest, you said?
To the southwest. It's a long distance. It's probably about as far as like Krieg's like reading of the where Duckless / Tom Hanks went. Not Duckless, Quackers. Duckless is a different character, and I sure hope he's in this world.
I'll have to investigate that later. And I'll turn and walk towards the ship and be like, right, let's get all this food back.
I just tried to click on the stream to move a token. That doesn't work.
Yep, all this food, and I'm gonna make the science team's day.
Alright, so you're all back on your ship and you're heading back to the Silver Thimble, and apparently they have made friends with a construction crew and they are building. We will talk about what we are building in the future. And as you get closer, Krieg, you reach into your pocket and you find a map of the world, and it's not very far, but as a reward for the crew not being selfish, and as a reward for you guys doing well, we can push out the map in a direction. Not very far. I'm not going super far. Like, this is where we're at right now. We have the Silver Thimble, and this is the Secret Towers. Everybody, as a group, which cardinal direction would we like to see more of the world?
You said the climate for us is more cold now, correct?
It is colder than it was. Like, before it was definitely like, it was Florida, basically. But it is not that now. Also, a little bit more information. This is fresh water. This is not salt water anymore.
Hmm.
And water is running to the south. Alright, so, Nika, can you start a poll for north, south, east, or west? And I will... Zoom! Orthogonally. Everybody please vote on which direction we would like to see.
Vote on your tablets now.
Yeah, vote now!
I picked north, personally.
I can't imagine why.
I went just straight west.
Royce was being, felt something to the southwest. So, like... Oh, very cool. Alright, so...
Can I use my dossier to make a copy of this?
Yes, for sure.
MMA Arena. Oh my lord.
The hair trigger.
Oh my lord. You just want me to win another championship belt, huh?
God, I need another belt.
You having a problem keeping your pants up?
Giggity?
No.
Well, you need more belts. So I was wondering.
It's a group of people that don't wear belts fighting over belts. A group of people that don't wear pants fighting over a belt. You don't see the vote on mobile? That's a shame. The vote is 7-7, north and south.
Go north. Let's go.
Oh no.
If we don't break that, I'm just gonna flip a coin. So I'm flipping a coin. Alright. 1 is north, 2 is south. And it is taking forever to do that for some reason. So it's 1. So 1 is north. Alright. Give me 1 second so I can make this... Because we're trying to, like, hide the map so I don't put the whole thing on. Here we go. This This will be a little something for you guys. Little treat. Little treat for you guys being just, you know, rolling bad, but getting the job done.
Well, my entire basement was gone, so there's nothing to...
Hopefully nothing happens to me.
I love the jelly moths so much now. I didn't know I was going to love them, but I love them.
I love them too.
Squishy had a completely different personality until Nico. And then I saw him and I was like, oh no, I know who. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm kind of. It's because I was looking the other way. I was doing. So here's the map now. We are a little bit north.
Oh.
Oh dear.
That is interesting.
I want to punch it.
I want to talk to it.
Hi, everybody, and the gumbo roll was a 20, so like everybody in the city is just coming up and like eating this new gumbo. The science team can take the claw. We will have another situation in, so you guys can figure out what's going on with that.
Don't forget the husk of the one that got poisoned.
And the husk of the poison one, which, I mean, there's a good chance that that's just gonna poison other people, but...
I'm gonna brief everybody on the effects of not having their communicator on hand.
And then everybody's
right there, like, hey, look.
Yeah, Katori looks fucking jacked for everybody now.
Yeah, I'll do my best to explain that is a exception, and that you might very well be scrambled into a completely different being.
Yes.
And Jiggly is there, just being like, yes, bitches! Like, gumbo, gumbo, gumbo!
Oh no.
Just so I can just, like, frisbeeing, like, plates of gumbo at people, but doing an amazing job. It's like, it's not even spilling. Jiggly knows what's up. Jiggles. Or Jiggly. I don't remember their name exactly right now. They carved it into the thing, I didn't. So... Yeah, and, like, everybody's eating, like, they're eating a good meal for the first time in, like, a week. Yeah, I assume you guys had pretty good, like, rations for the first week, but then, like, the second week, it was just hardtack and just gross. But now Tobias is back, feeding everybody, like, delicious food. Like, telling the crew, like, under the breath, this used to be a red cap. Or maybe not, I don't know.
We'll just tell them it was a jellyfish with lobster claws.
Secret
Jiggles.
ingredient.
Secret ingredient. Yeah, okay. We're just straight up lying to people. Alright.
Well, if it's
not
50%
straight
truth.
line.
Was there any protein powder obtained?
I mean, I bet you could crush down the red cap's claws.
Oh damn.
Let me
Just
show
like-
you how to make
Just
soap.
the shell and just really brown that down and make that. It looks like strawberry milk, but tastes like ass. Which strawberry milk does taste like. Fuck it. I'll go out on a limb. Strawberry milk and strawberry milkshakes are a crime.
Oh, okay.
Hot takes.
Hot takes by Alan. Unless you like them, then they're fine, I guess. Just like what you like, but you.
No, Alan thinks, you know.
Yeah, every time you're drinking it, let me know. I'm telling you, it's awful. Alright, so let me break down what has happened as a recap for today's episode. The shields came down, everybody. The shields came down for the first time in 2 weeks. The world has changed. Like, the landscape around you is completely different. There are coastlines much closer than they ever were before. The location of the islands that were the Silken Towers are now directly south when they used to be southwest. the crew went about helping out people in the city instead of like I expected you full stop. I believed you guys were going to like go scout the area way more than I thought you were going to try to help people out. Like I really thought the other way was the branch you were going to go. I'm honestly surprised. Then you helped. They helped out the city quite a bit, and through that they discovered that they need their communicators on them unless they're in the city, and by extension, and like I'll give that to you guys because Royce mentioned it before, on a vehicle from the city. These little ferries count, the sub will count, the airship will count. They will keep you safe from transforming, and like the transforming isn't for everybody gonna be as cool as it happened for Katori. It might just kill you and just rip you apart and make you something else. You don't want it to happen. Keep your AP above 0 because that's what's feeding your communicator. If your AP hits 0, then there's a good chance your communicator stops working, and if that happens, you're in trouble. So, wait. Nika would give me that. So then we arrived on those islands, which had clearly been changed. The moth people got combined with whoever jellyfish people that Squishy was, and it's like Squishy was changed until he came to the realization. He just got his like thought process back. He will not get his form back as of right now. We don't know if you can, or you don't know if you can't. But I'm just saying, red caps on that island will combine with jellyfish. But is that what all red caps got combined with? We don't know that. We'll discover that later. Ghosts that were thought to have been destroyed, but they left that rift open, had taken over the hotel, and now work as the hotel's crew. And that's funny. The jelly moths are delightful. One of them likes to swear and say bitch a lot. Its name is Jiggles. Its original name was Anastasia, but you just said Jiggles faster than I could say their names. They all had A-based names for some reason. Like one was Alex, one was Anastasia, and one was like Allie. But you just went with Jiggles. I'm like, alright. That's just a little note from me. What's that?
I mean, what'd you say, Toast?
New life, new name.
Yeah, there you
go. The crew just like found that there was a team of construction workers from the Diggy Hole site, and they have begun building houses for, I assume, the refugees and the people who lost their homes in, like, well, it happening. That's, I think, how I called it before. And Squishy, who is now a fully competent and he was always smart, but he couldn't speak. He can now speak, fly with moth wings, and give hugs, and tearfully cry goodbyes.
No.
He has taken on Krieg's last name. He is Squishy Vernix, and he runs the town of the Secret Towers. And I think, Royce learned that something is to the southwest pulling him, and something is to the north pulling Krieg. I believe that's where we are. I hope that explained everything that happened today.
That sounds right to me.
And tomorrow's game is Creature. And Creature is yet another experience of being pulled. Seth awakens from his coma after, having his brain attacked by the librarian at the finale, and feels a huge draw to go to the west. Like a buzzing in his head tells him to go west. And the crew that will be exploring with them is Caustic will be playing Kay, Vernix will be playing Clem, and Lurid will be playing Vatna. And that is the first game of the month.
Hooray!
Season 3!
Season 3!
Yeah.
Next time on Wanderpus Z.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Never
it's
again.
terrible every time we say it. Doesn't matter who says it.
Just don't say it quickly and it's fine.
I feel like Wanderpus Z doesn't make it any better. Wait, maybe Wanderpus Z. No, it's still bad. Wanderpus Z.
Nope, it's still bad. Nope.
It's bad. No
I
matter.
just decaying
Bad.
every
Doesn't
possible
matter.
way. It's terrible.
This is terrible.
Let's just lean into it now at this point.
Alright, so you're just like, nope, it's all bad all the way down. Alright, that we are going to wrap here, so we will see y'all tomorrow for the second episode of the season. Thank you all
And then
so
on
much
Monday for the third episode of the season.
It's true. It's absolutely true. It's 3 games, because we can't help ourselves.
There is no till in this house.
Alright, then we will see you all tomorrow. Bye forever.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.